Hello once again, YouTube fellow mystery hunters. We're back, and I've been wanting to talk about this for a little while now. I never could explain and talk a little bit about this, about each character having certain preset of tattoos on them. Okay, and each one of them has a interesting set of tattoos. Like for example, the dragon here. Like the dragon, almost kind of like the one over there, right? The dragon in the flaming pearl, same dragon we can see over here at the back, right? Each character has different preset tattoos on them. At first thought this samurai couldn't mean us the players, but Franklin has tattoo on his leg that is called the warrior, and it looks like a reptilian samurai. I will show that in a bit, right? And we have here Trevor with Chinese tattoo on his back, trying to figure out what this means. All right, and we have Zodiac here with a pentagram right behind him. We have the Reaper and the smoking skull. All right, we know that he has that bug right over there in his thumb, and he has the all-seeing eye triangle here, another pentagram. And I got more to this. I've been doing some other stuff, and I've noticed a lot of stuff going on with the map itself. All right, and here we have two guns on from the Patriot beer, I think it is. All right, and we have here the family. Right, I don't know what that on the bottom means. Like every time I search it, I get tons of different things. I know it's a Latin word for something. I know this word up here is family in Spanish. Right, he has the Virgin here, Virgin Mary, and this can be found in the Vagos, but right behind Grove Street. There's a big mural, and there's a virgin there painted in colors. All right, maybe Michael has to do something back there with the Vagos. I don't know, maybe prostitute lingering somewhere around there, right? We have the smoking dagger down here, so Michael has the smoking dagger and Trevor has the smoking gun. Okay, and Michael having the dragon in the back with the flaming pearl associated with the moon and many things amongst one of them being wisdom. We know Michael is the wise guy. He's the one that plans everything. He's the one that figures out the gathering those documents from the Seguro, so like get some Franklin to do one thing, Trevor to do the other. Alright, and then we have to fight off the cops and get the hell out of there. Alright, and yeah, this is pointing out to something. Still trying to figure it out what could basically get a full understanding what these certain tattoos on the characters mean, so then I can take a step forward on this. Let's take a quick look at Franklin and his tattoos at one of the tattoo shops down in the city. Okay, so here we are with Franklin down in the tattoo shop in Vinewood Boulevard. Alright, there's a lot here that I will talk about, including this in another video. Right, I'm working on that. I'm working on a few other stuff. Here we have Franklin and his tattoos. Foreign for life. Wow, really? Family for life, the streets. Alright, then he has like a dragon somewhere around here, and there's like a boy riding on top of the dragon. Some intricate murals. I think it's this one over here. It's the same dragon in Sandy Shores, and then there's like a boy riding on top of the dragon, but I can't get a good look at that. There we go with the swirl. Let's see if I can close up here. Yep, there we go with the swirl. There we go, the boy riding on top of the dragon. Okay, and okay, so here we have the warrior I was talking about, and it appears to be a reptilian samurai. You can see the sword there. Alright, we can see that weird awkward face reptilian face. There's been a lot of talk about reptilians and whatever not. People changing their eyes, kind of freaky stuff. Here we go with another dragon. Trust no one. All right. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. That's a good one, right? So I was researching about dragons and their meanings, and we know the dragon and the flame pearl Michael has it on that having to do with wisdom. He's the wise guy. We have the smoking dagger, right? There's a lot of meanings on here, and a lot of stuff that, right? Still going one by one and trying to figure out what could it all point to or lead or whatever. So over here we have the dragon that it's actually a dragon with a flame on its tail, and I looked this up, and it's a dragon that it's called Fukunlung, and it's a dragon that has to do with hidden treasures and fiery places. That's kind of interesting. So let's see here, these books and magazines. All right, okay, so here we have these tattoo art books over here, the same books that we have over there in Sandy Shores. All right, the skull is what interests me the most. Okay, we have the skull here with a patch on its left eye, and then we have a skull in the tattoo shops up in the north with a missing left eye and a right eye. Okay, I mean sorry, vice versa. We have the tattoo shops with a missing right eye and with the left eye, no patch on the right eye. Okay, so these books again showing up all over the place here in the tattoo shops. Like, none of the shops usually have these books, but I found another place that I seen these books and I was like, oh wow. So let's take a look, a little piece of a clip where also I managed to spot one of the books, and then go forth to the other place I seen these books.
Hey Jimmy, it's your dad. Listen, if you get this, can you give me a ring? Tell your mom too, will ya? And Tracy. Please, son.
Daddy's been a bad boy. Please, son. You want a sniff?
What the fuck is wrong?
So seeing that little clip where the Chinese folk art book is in Trevor's house, that was kind of interesting, because then you go back and you won't see the book nowhere. Okay, so the main focus and reason I've been looking onto this is that when I've been paying real good attention to the playthrough on Trevor. Okay, my focus has been on Trevor for now, and doing the Alden Napoli chase, I found something really peculiar here, and I noticed something in this left side of the building in the lobby. All right, and I came back around, I went up through the stairs, and the place remained open, so I was taking a good look, and I was like, wow. All right, and here you can see the same books. I'm like, wow, so this is really important. Okay, so this is why I'm tracing this down. I'm looking at creatures of myth, even though in the mythology of Romans I found that Odin is in Lester's house. Okay, and it's a guy that has to do with a lot of stuff. All right, here we have the same books as in the tattoo shops. the main book in Trevor's house having to do with Chinese folk art. All right, he wants to do that negotiation with the Chinese, and the brothers take that away from him, and he ends up in rage and kills a lot of people and sets the house on fire. Right? This is really important. This is why I keep researching all of this. All right, trying to figure out meanings and what could this all lead to, and focusing on one road alone and one road only. I don't want to go from one thing to another and jumping from theory to theory and making a crazy mess that even I wouldn't understand, because to me that is kind of misleading. Like nobody sticks to one subject and trying to figure out or give ideas to what can something possibly lead to. That's why I'm sticking to my recent discovery about Sandy Shores having to do with something called the I Ching and the hexagrams, and having to do with binary and algorithmic information data, like the mission Dead Man Walking, where Agent Dave says something is hidden in the shadows. Algorithms data are reading off the charts. Okay, so that's why I keep on to this. And here we have two bags, and you may think these bags are not important, but they are. And one of the bags, which is missing in action, if you go to the online and go to the vehicle warehouse, you will find this bag in the office. Okay, then we have prisoner of war, right? Then we have this figure here that could be seen on one of the other Grand Theft Auto versions. I'm not sure if it's in the Ballad of Gay Tony. Alright, maybe having to do something with the Los Santos Gun Club. I've been doing observations in there, and you can see the Chinese target practicing. Sometimes you can see gang members. Alright, something going on in there. So when I saw these bags missing in action in Prisoner of War, by the point Trevor goes out of Sandy Shores and he does the first mission in Los Santos after finding Michael, he gets a text from Ron, which I would have to start another playthrough to get up to that point and capture that. But Ron texts Trevor about somebody being abducted in the mountains. What if that is a random event we have to trigger? Or, I mean, there is 60 random events. It's not just 14 you need for the 100% completion. Alright? There is 60 random events, and maybe this random event is someone we can trigger or prevent it before happening through the playthrough. So maybe by the point we get to the mission Trevor Phillips, I think it is, alright, when Trevor starts off banging the lost female and he ends up killing one of the lost, alright? Maybe within that time period before Trevor gets to go to Los Santos, maybe in that period of time we have to find something up in the mountains and look in that period of time in the game. Like when you do the mission, when you steal that artifact from the Merryweather train, Michael requests like a week to do something, but what? Right? Michael wants to do something. He says like, give me about a week. All right. So there is something that definitely has to be done in the playthrough, from what I've been noticing all of the playthroughs I've been through. All right. So yeah, this is another find that just stunned me, and I'm like, whoa, so what is this and everything. Mostly this is the only place you can find this out, and it's with Trevor alone. Alright, so this is how I know this is important, that we have these books here. It shows up on Trevor's house and then it disappears. Alright, having to do with the tattoo shops and figuring out all of the meanings and everything. Alright, so stay tuned. I got more coming up. I believe I found a binary code that nobody has ever mentioned, pointed out, or maybe speculated about, but to me it could be something. All right, and I got some other stuff I will be coming up with, and stay tuned for that. As always, keep on hunting. There is something big out there.